Om Shanti. Today is Murli, 10th August 2023. Essence Baba says, Sweet children, when you go into the lap of the Father, this world ends. Your next birth will be in the new world, and this is why there is the saying, when you die, the world is dead to you. Question: on the basis of which one custom can you prove the incarnation of the Father? Answer: Baba says, the custom of fading departed spirits every year has continued in Bharat. They invoke a soul into a Brahmin priest and speak to the soul. They ask the departed soul if he has any desires. The body doesn't come back, just the soul comes back. This too is fixed in the drama. Just as a soul can enter, in the same way God's incarnation takes place. You children can explain and prove this. Today's song, जीना तेरी गली में मरना तेरी गली में. Om Shanti. This song is of this time and continue on the path of devotion. It is at this time when you die alive and are with the Father that the whole world also truly ends. On the path of ignorance, when human beings die, they take birth in this world. The world exists all the time. There is the saying, when you die, the world is dead to you. However, when a person dies, the world isn't destroyed. That soul has to take birth again in this same world. When you die, this world too will end. You know that you will then go into the new world. Only you Brahmins know this because of being the children of God. You receive the birthright of the golden age. You receive the sovereignty of heaven. Hell comes to an end. There is no effort to make in this. You simply have to remember the Father. When a person is dying, people tell him to chant the name of Rama. Finally, when they pick up the corpse, they chant. The name of Rama is the truth, they say, of God. The name of Rama is the truth, that is, they take the name of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who is the truth. They turn the beads of a rosary whilst chanting the name of Rama. They continuously chant the name of Rama in such a way that it is as though they are playing music. The Father explains to you children, you don't have to make any sound. Simply keep remembrance of me in your intellects. You know that by your going into God's lap whilst alive, this world of sorrow ends for you. Baba, I will become a garland around your neck. The rosary of Rudra is remembered, it is not said. The rosary of Rama, you are sitting in this sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra as you did in the previous cycle in order to be threaded in the rosary of Rudra. There is no other spiritual gathering where you would understand that you will become the garland around the neck of God. The Father, you definitely receive the inheritance from the Father. Who says Father? The soul. The intellect is in the soul. Your intellect understands and then says something. First, a thought arises and then it is carried out by the physical organs. Truly, I belong to Baba and will remain belonging to Baba. In this last birth, you call him God, the Father. So ask them, do you have knowledge of God, the Father? They would reply, God is omnipresent. Tell them, you souls say, Supreme Father. So how can the Father be omnipresent? Did the Father enter the child? To call the Father omnipresent is totally wrong. Understand these things very clearly and then explain them to others. The sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra is very well known. Rudra is incorporeal. Sri Krishna is a corporeal being. Ultimately, who would be called God? Sri Krishna cannot be called that. People are very innocent. They say God is omnipresent. The Father resides in his own home. Where else would he reside? The Father has now come into this unlimited home. He is present here. He says, I have entered this one, just as departed spirits are invoked into Brahmin priests. For in intense when the departed spirit of someone's father is fed, someone's father is fed, he would say, I have entered this one, I have entered this one. And so, if you want to ask anything, you can do so. In earlier days, the system of invoking departed spirits was very popular. A departed spirit is also just a soul. They feed a departed spirit, that is that soul. They would say, today we are feeding everyone because of the departed spirit of my grandfather or of so and so. Therefore, that soul is invoked and fed. Someone who loved his wife would call that departed soul back after she had died. He would say, I promised her a diamond nose stud. Therefore, he would invoke her into a Brahmin priest and give her a diamond nose stud. Through him, he would call that soul. The body doesn't come. This custom only exists in Bharat. It is just as when you go to the subtle region and offer bhog to someone who has died, that soul comes into the subtle region. These things are completely new until people understand very clearly. They have doubts as to what the Brahmins, are doing. Look at the system and custom of Brahmin priests. Bhog is offered in all the temples. They offer bhog to departed spirits. They offer bhog to the soul of Guru Nanak. But where is he? They cannot understand this. You know that all of those who established each religion are here. Just as Baba says, I establish the Brahmin religion. He is the purifier. Pure souls come and establish a religion. However, a Sato Pradhan soul then has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. At this time, all souls are in the graveyard. Baba is the purifier. He is never buried in the graveyard. Human beings cannot be called the purifier. Purifier means the purifier of the whole world. There cannot be anyone except the one Father who makes the impure world pure. The first thing that is explained to you children in that you first of all have to ask everyone, do you know the unlimited Father? They say yes, He is in me and in you. He is omnipresent. In that case, there is no need to ask them anything further. Since you say that He is the Father, how would it be possible for Him to be in you and me? The inheritance is received from the Father. So, first of all, explain Alf means Allah. The Father says, my long lost and now found children, none of the holy men or sannyasi can say this. You know that you truly are the long lost and now found children of Shiv Baba. You have come to meet him again after 5,000 years in order to claim your inheritance of heaven. You know that you were the masters of heaven and that you are becoming that again. You definitely have to go to heaven and you have to claim a high status according to your efforts. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children says namaste to the spiritual mother, father, Bab Dada. Namaste Baba, namaste. Shukriya Baba, shukriya. Essence for dharna. First, follow the mother and father and do the service of making others become like yourselves. Become spiners of the discus of self-realization and make others the same. Second, in order to become a garland around the neck of the Father, remember the Father with your intellect. Don't make any sound. Constantly stay in remembrance. Blessing, may you be constantly respected and remain stable in your self-respect by renouncing body consciousness. The children who renounce body consciousness in this one birth and remain subtle in their self-respect receive from the Father, the bestower of fortune, the fortune of being constantly respected throughout the whole cycle. In return for this renunciation, for half a cycle, you receive respect from your subjects, and for half a cycle, you receive respect from your devotees. At this time, at the confluence age, God Himself gives His respect worthy children respect. Self respect and regard are very deeply connected. Slogan: continue to receive blessings from the Father and the Brahmin family at every step, and you will continue to move constantly forward. अच्छा, ओम शांति.